Electro and Bono Movie Power Hour. You know what? Where's Hawk at? Listener discretion advised. Pansy.
Welcome back to the Electro and Bono Movie Power Hour. I am Electro, joined by my trusty co-host Bono.
Hey, what's up?
He is number one. We got Ozzy over there on the keys, as always.
What's up?
And it's good to be back. If you haven't subscribed and stuff, subscribed. That's not how you say it, right? Subscribed.
Liked.
Subscribe
Followed?
to that shit.
Yeah, if you haven't done that, it would be great if you did all that. This is your first time listening. Thank you. Go back, listen to some of the other episodes. We've got some hitters out there. Follow us on all of the social media. Look for us on Twitter, on Instagram. We try to post stuff up there. And we're also brought to you each and every episode by Salad Bites Media, of course. Ozzy's the founder here, and he gives us his time to be on this on this podcast.
Man.
Yeah, I'm thinking about television because of the movie we're about to talk about, but we'll get to that.
We'll get it.
But yeah, go and listen to all the other shows on his network, Salinas Underground Podcast, Football Without Hesitation, the 831 Comadres. A lot of good shows on that network. Go listen to it. Follow him as well. Salad Bites Media and Salinas Underground Podcast. Look it up. And, now that we got the pleasantries out of the way, there is some stuff we need to talk about.
Yeah,
okay?
man. Some shit's going down right now.
Let's talk about, I guess, first, it's a little bit of older news, but still very big news when it comes to movies. We haven't been going to the movie theaters. We went to go see Tenet.
Okay.
If we hadn't gone to see Tenet, the last movie we would have seen would have been in early April. That's almost a whole year.
Was it April? I thought it was March.
No, you're right. March.
It was March,
Early
bro.
March.
Mid-March. Mid-March, bro.
Yeah, so it's been a very long time since we've gone to the movies. And obviously this whole podcast is fucking based on basically going to the movies. Luckily, there's a lot of streaming services and stuff, and there's no shortage of movies, so we can keep it going. But yeah, the movies are gone, and the way studios have been reacting to it is very interesting. When you see who they end up selling the movie to, if it shows up on Netflix or Amazon or whatnot. And then Warner Bros. Just fucking strolls on through.
Right.
And then, they first hit us with that Wonder Woman hitter. They're like, hey, Wonder Woman is going to be available not only in theaters on Christmas, but we're just giving it out on HBO Max.
From us to you.
If you are subscribed to HBO Max, you get to see Wonder Woman in 4K.
Yeah.
On Christmas.
First time stream capability, full production style.
Santa is real.
Yeah. Here you go, kids. Fuck it. Wonder Woman.
Absolutely. And so that was the first thing that came along, oh fuck, that's a big deal. Also, Warner Brothers was involved in releasing Tenet. So they made a legitimate effort to bring back movie theaters. They were like, we're going to release Tenet. It's going to be the first major release. If anybody's going to come to the movies, it's going to be to watch this movie.
Right.
Yeah, they started COVID to ruin movies.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah. That's the conspiracy.
Yeah.
And so it
They
didn't
tried.
work.
No.
It didn't work. At least, worldwide, it kind of made some money. I don't know what it got up to. It's maybe reaching 400,000.
Which is okay.
It's not bad, but I think the movie was
200,000.
Yeah, that's
200
essentially
million.
is what it.
Million, sorry.
Yeah, essentially what it's made is probably what the movie cost to make. Never mind marketing and all the money they spent on that they had to do twice.
Right.
It's like me and Ozzy were talking yesterday. We were watching just clips on YouTube, and he just randomly will type in new trailers, And every time we see the fucking James Bond trailer, it's like, dude, we've been watching this trailer
I
for
know.
over a year now.
That's
and the
the
movie
crazy
hasn't
part.
come.
Dude, that movie was supposed to like take over the year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was supposed to be another one that they were going to be like, hopefully this brings the movie theaters back. And then even that place was, that studio, the studio was just like, fuck no. When they saw what happened with Tenet, they were like, no. And then I guess they tried to sell it to Netflix and Amazon or some shit, but weren't
they going for like $500
They
million?
were asking for like 600 to 700 million
Jesus.
or something for it. It's basically like, give us a nice chunk of what we would have made. That movie would have at least made that much money in the theaters.
Right.
So yeah, Netflix was like, oh, fuck you. Like, no way.
Right.
And then they decided to hold on to it. They're like, all right, fine. We delayed the movie a year. Now it's not going to come out to April 2021. Fingers fucking crossed. We're at the end of the year already. It doesn't look like movie theaters are going to open any fucking time soon.
And their stock is at an all-time low, man.
Oh,
it is
AMC.
just done, bro.
AMC's fucked. They said that they have to the end of January and then they'll be completely out of money.
Jesus.
Well, plus I'm sure the supply chain's all fucked up. Not to try to sound all businessy smart. Like all of a sudden, if you're trying to order
I don't think
20
we're in
million
danger of
pounds
you
of
sounding
popcorn
smart.
and shit, like I don't, like can you do that still? That might take weeks. So they might be ready to go, but it's like, sorry, bro, we can't get you no
But see,
Coca-Cola.
at that point, you're kind of banking on production companies saying, hey, yeah, we'll back you and we'll bail you out, Probably not going to happen.
No, because why? Even before all this went down, the movie theater was dying as a fucking business. There's still movies that make money, but those are the blockbusters. Those are the fucking Avengers movies. Those are fucking Christopher Nolan movies. Those are the movies that you either make fucking like close to $1 billion and there's like 6 or 7 of you. And then there's the rest that don't really fucking make that much money, or they make modest amount of money, but not that many people are going to the theaters anymore.
Right.
This is going to fucking be the last nail in the fucking coffin.
And that's the shame, man. The shame is that like a bunch of these states up until recent times, like December, but before that, they were open, but not a lot of people were going or willing to go to the theater. They're just fuck it because it's the world of streaming now. In fucking 9 months, it went from, hey, let's go enjoy a film to like, hey, bro, HBO Max is about to show us all the fucking latest and greatest to come from every production, right? Just fuck it. Let's
And
get
you're
all
at
this shit.
home.
Yeah. Buy a 4K TV, though. Make sure you have that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
I only like 3Ks.
You heard it.
We're brown. We're all brown.
That's fake news. That's fake news, Oz.
Oh, fuck. I forgot Trump was supposed to be our special guest for the news.
He's an asshole. He always quits.
Yeah.
He always switches everything up.
Oh, man. Yeah, but yeah, so Warner Brothers also came out. If you look at it, they're the ones that tried to save the theaters. It didn't work out. You're like, you know what? We tried it. We're not going to make money. The only way we're going to fucking make money is if we put them all out on HBO Max for free. Every fucking movie we were going to release in 2021 is now coming directly to your fucking living room.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of people fighting this shit, which I don't understand why. Like, I get.
Well, if you own movie theaters.
Oh yeah,
you
no,
don't
yeah,
want-
they're all
For
fucked.
sure.
They're all fucked.
Yeah.
Well, Cinemark was. I read that Cinemark is looking in. They're now looking at that Prime AMC locations. I guess they still got money.
But look, okay, so
So now it's just gonna be Cinemark
and
World.
look, keep that. Keep the authentic feel of going to the movies. In fact, keep a select amount of theaters.
Mm-hmm.
Cinemark, make a fucking app where you can charge motherfuckers like us who already paid the subscription to be on there, but show movies that you can link with your smart TV and you will stay afloat, motherfucker. You are gonna put out every movie because you guys can do that. But it's kind of weird because they're kind of fighting the new style of business, which is like, hey, stream all day, fuck it, if it's $1, it's $1. But dude, how many people? 100 million people have an app, out of the 500 that are in this country. So it's like, come on. Why not do that? Cope with it. Disney said, fuck it. Everyone's on the Mandalorian tip. You know what I mean?
Disney has been trying not to release movies in theaters anymore. They're like, why are we paying half of the money that we make to the movie theaters? We could just keep it all.
Yeah. It's way better than giving money away.
Yeah, that's why the movie theater, they released Onward early on. Right?
Early onward.
Prince of Puns.
Here he comes. Good one, us.
And then they said that they were going to release their upcoming movie Soul, which isn't out yet. I think it's going to come out on Christmas Day as well. But they announced that they were just going to skip movie theaters now. That's going to be straight to streaming. They did that with Mulan, but they charged. They did the whole thing, but
right.
But yeah, movie theaters were like, no. If you do that, you're killing our business. But I don't understand that. That's you're being a little bitch, right? You can't. A movie theater isn't needed. You can't get mad and make demands when you're not fucking needed
It's
anymore.
just been a part of American culture, bro, for the longest time.
Absolutely.
So then it's like, okay, well, you're kind of shitting on us with this new wave of tech that is no older than 20 years old? New technology.
Yeah.
5G fucking bullshit we're at now. But you're capable of doing all this. In fact, here's a 4K for you.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder Woman, The Matrix.
Well, I mean, it's always going to look better in a movie theater.
For sure.
You're going to get the best quality, the best sound. That's where you want to see the big blockbuster movie. That's where you want to go see Tenet. That's where you want to go see the new Mission Impossible movie.
Right.
That shit's going to lose something when you watch it at home,
But unless you gear up a nice home,
Yeah, not everybody can do that, but
theater
for sure.
system. Right now's the time, though. Dude, the other day.
There's a hell of a sale at Best Buy.
Fucking Costco, dude. No, man, there's shit's hella cheap now. I was tripping out. There was this 4K TV 50 plus for under $700.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Yeah, you could get some.
Everyone could get one of these motherfucking things, man.
Smart televisions. It has all the fucking apps on there to stream any movie
Cinemark,
you would like.
Get your app updated, bro.
What they need to do, honestly, is, again, they need to adapt, right? Okay, they need to realize that they are dying, right?
Right.
And they were dying before. This was just they were getting stabbed, little stabs before. Now they got hit in an artery, and they're fucking wrapping it up, but it is not doing well. That shit is bleeding. You need to make a fucking compromise, man. All right, take the arm. Take the arm. What you gotta do is be fine, stream. You guys, movies come out in the theaters and streaming at the same time. We will know, the studios, they keep their money, right? We don't pay them. We keep all of the money that they come to the movie theaters. We don't give any to them.
Right.
And we bring down the ticket prices because that's the only thing that would sell me to go to the movies, right? If you want to rent a movie at home for $20, maybe you would rather go to the theater and watch it for $7 or something,
Right. And renting for $20 is ridiculous, sir.
Exactly. But it's just the convenience of not leaving your house.
I will pay premium.
And if you fucking invite a friend or two over, you make a night out of it.
Your fucking beer, your popcorn, and you get your pizza and your icy. That's a good $30.
Well, yeah. I mean, I know what you know how much money we used to give to that fucking industry.
But that's the thing. It's part of the.
You know how much money we have saved in these months by not going to the movie theater? We used to spend so much money, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, keep streaming, guys. Keep it going. No, but it's crazy, man. It's just insane. Again, December 2020. Right now, we're recording this episode mid-month, and this is where we're at.
Yeah, and studio the lower studios are fighting it right now. They're like, hey, what the fuck? We didn't agree to this. The Warner Brothers, who was the biggest producer of these movies, just made the decision. So now they're getting sued. Now it's up in the air whether some of these movies are going to come out next year.
Right.
But, and also directors are mad. They're like, dude, I made this to come out in the theaters. I put a bunch of time, money, blah, blah, blah into it. And now you're telling me that this is going to happen. Like, you know, they're like purists or whatever.
Right.
But, yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out, because we're seeing like a shift in what movies are going to be like. You know, their movie theaters aren't going to be that big of a thing anymore. Like, I feel like blockbusters are gonna, like, they're gonna be like, we shouldn't spend that much money making movies. People are only gonna watch it in a small screen.
This is where Blockbuster comes in for the rent streaming.
They come back.
$1.99 Blockbuster. Hey, hit me up, guys. I have a plan here. $1.99 per movie. After a couple months, Blockbuster brings it back.
What are you fucking talking about? You want to bring back Blockbuster?
Yeah.
Movie theaters are dying, and you want to bring back Blockbuster?
In-app form.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Because they could rent it for like a flat.
You can rent it anywhere
you know
else.
what?
Why do you want to add another
If you don't
thing?
return the link,
Oh my
they'll
god!
charge
If you don't rewind it,
Be kind.
they'll fucking charge you.
Rewind.
Oh, you lent this to someone?
oh, you had friends over.
Yeah, we can see you. All of you.
Oh man. Anyways, we just wanted to talk about that, and also there was today another breaking news.
Fuck yeah,
Breaking news. Say it, dude. Bring Trump in here. Break the news.
Okay, listen up, guys. Oz. Excuse me.
This is an exclusive. So we have the president here on the line. He's radioed in from. We got the red phone here.
Blinking red phone.
We picked up that red phone because Trump wanted to give his 2 cents. He also wanted to get in on this whole Warner Brothers deal, but we were like, no, let the professionals handle this kind of talk, you know.
Who has the answers?
But Trump, he at least wanted to give his take on this breaking Tom Cruise news, really. So,
Dude, Tom
we're
Cruise.
all shocked. The world doesn't need this right now, and yeah, breaking news.
Breaking news. Thank you, Electro. Thank you, Oz. Salad Bite Studios. Tremendous people.
Pleasure to have you. It's an honor. An honor.
It's the fucking president, man. It's fucking crazy. Thank you, Electro. Listen, I know Tom Cruise. I know him. He's just, you know what? He has a plan. He's gonna make movies great again.
No, and you hear that in the yeah. So there's shocking video. There's not video, audio out there, Mr. President. They recorded him without his consent. I don't know what you think.
Wrong. That is wrong, Electro.
Okay, not my bad. I didn't mean that, Mr. President. I didn't mean to offend you. Yeah. So fucking, I don't know. They're filming Mission Impossible 7 out there. And I don't know, we didn't read the article or anything. We didn't see
what the hell
we just
that
listened
went
to the
down.
audio.
We just listened to the audio.
Fake news.
Which is basically what Trump told us to do. Is like, he told us not to read it, right? You told us not to read the article.
No, I know Tom. You wouldn't give that
No,
information.
yeah. We got it all from the audio. With no need to read the article. That's Trump's motto. Don't read the article.
Don't
right?
read it. Okay, part of my next campaign. We're gonna be doing rallies. We're gonna rally up. Make sure listen to the Salinas Underground podcast. The tremendous supporters. They always donate to the Trump administration. Thank you guys. A couple tremendous guys. Thank you. Yeah. So I mean, this fucking
Thank you,
Cruz.
Mr. President.
Fucking Cruz loses it, but at the same time, he's concerned. Just like what we were talking about earlier with the news and all this movie making shit.
Yeah.
You know, he is what you call the purist, right? He is the actor.
He's a producer.
You feel
of
me?
Fucking those movies that make hundreds of millions of dollars. And he is shooting one of these movies during fucking COVID.
I love all the Mission Impossible movies.
Absolutely. Who doesn't, Mr. President? POTUS himself here on the Electro and Bottom Movie Power Hour. Just for one more month, though, right? 1
1 month. That's all I got.
Anyways, the audio of that fucking shit is tremendous. And yeah, I don't know if somebody wasn't wearing a mask. I don't know what happened, but it seemed like Cruz gathered a room full of people,
Right.
and just went straight Tropic Thunder on their asses.
I think
man.
they were all socially distanced.
You're right. I feel like that's probably what it was. He gathered whatever day they were shooting, the entire production team. I assume, but he's just letting them fucking have it because, again, like you said, he's responsible for making this fucking movie. And I'm curious. We need to read what the fuck it says. We need to read. But
Not according to good old Prez.
No, do not
Donnie
read.
T.
Do not. That's fake news. CNN fake news.
Donnie T always.
Thank
tells
you,
us-
Electro. Thank you.
Listen to him. Yeah. If you haven't listened to it, it is very entertaining.
Yeah, go on
and
YouTube.
and it's not like it's 30 seconds.
No.
He fucking yells at them for like 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
He-
It's a long yell.
Yeah, he goes full bell on
It's like
this
a
motherfucker.
scolding. I can only imagine what it must feel like to be scolded like that by Tom
Yeah,
Cruise.
a
I'm sure
five-
your balls just go right into your
Dude,
stomach
can you
when Tom Cruise
imagine
is yelling.
5'5" Tom Cruise telling you shit? That's
I
crazy.
imagine him standing like on a fucking podium. As he's
Just looking
fucking-
down.
Yeah,
There
yeah,
you
like a
go.
fucking dictator. Like our fucking president himself right here just being like, no, no, this is how it goes.
He's cussing too, though.
Mhm.
He is legit.
He calls them
heartfelt.
motherfuckers.
Yeah.
It is good.
He's creating jobs,
Mhm.
and that's why he's mad. He's fucking pissed because he's like, dude, we are legit providing for a certain amount of people that are able to work under these conditions, and one give a fuck motherfucker,
yeah,
literally
some ungrateful piece of
fucking
shit.
garbage.
Because I mean, we're talking about movie theaters as not being necessity. The fact that they're making movies right now also seems irresponsible, right? But they're saying that they're taking all the precautions.
Yeah, they're doing it UFC style, full bubble. These motherfuckers are staying at hotels for months at a time. Like, that is their life. They are set to stay there. They cater them to the fullest extent, right? For what they're able to do because everything's closed the fuck down. So then you have these shit living conditions for these people. And then you have them at high stress, high budget, high fucking everything. Like the last of what's actually happening in the movie industry.
And
Of course, you're gonna get a freak out
the
like
way
that.
he scolds them too. He's like, motherfuckers are losing their houses. You're working, you fucking ungrateful piece
Straight
of
up.
shit. Like,
I'm not mad
do
at
it
him.
right.
It makes sense because if they fuck up, anyone can be like, look, dude, Tom Cruise with literally endless resources couldn't keep people safe. So there's no way we're going to do it
Right.
I
with
know
our
that- I
700K
know that-
from Kevin Durant or whatever the fuck.
I know that if I
Straight
trust
up.
somebody to keep me safe, it's probably
Oh,
Tom
yeah.
Cruise.
Well, and that's why
yeah.
Tom, he realizes that. He's like, dude, we can't. It's not like, okay, we fucked this up and we go home and that sucks and we got to wait a couple years for Mission Impossible 7. It's, we just fucked this up literally for thousands of people who are already fucking struggling.
This shit gets shut down, lose millions of dollars till they gotta probably suspend production. Hopefully, be able to start up again someday in the fucking future.
Well, but again, the collateral damage, the other productions, smaller productions that are going to shut down because of that. That had nothing to do with it, but
Right.
that don't have those resources.
Yeah, those facilities are shared. All their studio lots are fucking shared.
Yeah, insurances are going to be like, fuck you. We're
Yeah.
not going to insure this. You can't
No.
guarantee that you keep them safe.
No.
Tom Cruise, not keep them safe.
what, Mr. President, do you think that Tom Cruise should have been voted in? If you had to step down to somebody, do you think that Tom Cruise is a good person to step down to?
Tom Cruise is tremendous. I like him, but he'd be more of a vice president.
I see. I can
Okay.
see that. I can see that.
I don't think he could
Like a
lead.
Cheney. Like a Cheney.
Like a Pence. I would say like a Pence. I like Tom.
Okay. All right. Well, I feel like he maybe potentially in the future, maybe not. When he gets as old as you are, Mr. President, maybe he'll be ready to
Thank
step
you,
in
Electra.
there.
Thank you.
We let her get another 20 years of experience like yourself, Mr. President.
Thank you to Salad Bites Media. They're great supporters. I love them. Thank you. Tremendous people.
I think if we were to get this, if we were to see a video of what happened, is Tom Cruise woke up without a mask on, and it's just him in a mirror yelling at himself.
Oh, wow. That's a good
That's how
flip.
serious.
That's Shyamalan shit right there. That's
Yeah.
real. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
And it's like,
Well-
yeah, that's how I'm not fucking around.
He's full method, bro. So maybe.
Well, in the audio, he calls a couple people out,
True,
right?
true.
He's just, I'm pretty sure it was about
His
people not wearing
multiple
masks.
personalities.
Well, I feel bad because I feel like, dude, what if it's like some caterer, dude, like some 17-year-old kid that's just there, like cutting the crust off sandwiches.
Well, wear
he,
fucking masks.
He like sneezed or something. Well, he's a kid, you know, and all of a
Doesn't
sudden,
fucking matter.
Tom Cruise is saying like children are dying in America because of what you just did.
Oh my
Absolutely.
God.
Absolutely, he's right.
Humanitarian. He's tremendous.
Yes.
So let's fucking do like, holy fuck.
Yes. And anyway, well, we're gonna let the president go. He's got to finish running the country.
Thank you, Electro. Thank you, us. Thank you, Bono. I'm out of here. I gotta go.
Thank you. That was amazing. For the president of the United States of America, ladies and gentlemen, we got him here for you guys on the Electro and Bono Movie Power Hour, an exclusive,
man. He came through. Hey, he called us about the cruise stuff, man.
Yeah,
he was about it.
he wanted. Yeah, we had the red telephone here. He wanted to call in.
He must have called James.
When
he
the
was talking to
red
James.
telephone rings, you gotta scoop that up. Right? You gotta scoop that up, man. Anyway, well, that was the part of the news that we wanted to talk about, and now,
It's basically all the news that happened.
yeah,
For
Yeah,
movies,
nothing
yeah.
else
Tom
has
Cruise
happened.
blew up.
Nothing else has happened. There's no vaccine in sight.
Well, actually, today, sorry to go back into the news, but Santa Cruz local area got a first shipment of COVID vaccines.
And they all died.
Mm-hmm.
Sad.
Yeah.
They all got abducted.
Should have
by
tested it longer.
They all got abducted by aliens.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Exactly.
We should have recorded that sound, and that could have been the
true.
transition.
True.
What if that will get us pulled? No, that sound is copyrighted by Amazon Studios.
It belongs to Kevin Durant.
Don't even fucking mimic it. Yeah. So now that we're gonna get into our movie, this is a movie that is a streaming movie that I've recently heard about. I heard the premise and I was like, that seems like a pretty cool movie.
Mhm.
Bono, why don't you tell us about the movie? Who's in it? Who directed it? What do you got?
Shit, man. Well, look, I'll come into it like this. I've been getting fucking wrecked out of my mind all week, and you hit me with some stream movie on Amazon Prime, right? And I'm just like, what the fuck? What is this? Oz, did you hear about this movie? What do you know about it?
No, I didn't hear anything about it at all. What is The Vast of Night, right? Is what we're talking
Yes,
about?
Yeah, The Vast of Night
is the movie.
Amazon Prime exclusive, directed by Andrew Patterson. He wrote it as well.
Is his
His debut.
First movie he ever made.
And okay, so he didn't make this with Amazon, right?
No, he funded it on his own.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
they just
they just
distributed it.
fucking bought it and have it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So
okay,
who's in this movie, man?
we got this fucking redhead right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what? What's her name?
Sierra McCormick.
Sierra McCormick. Who
She plays Faye Crocker.
Faye Crocker.
Okay.
Hell of a name.
Yeah.
Hell of a fucking name. Yeah. So what's her name again? The actress?
Faye. Oh, Sierra. Sorry,
Sierra
Sierra.
McCormick.
Her hair is red as the sun. Okay, it is
Mhm.
gorgeous. And yeah, so right away I was pulled in by that red hair. And who else is in this movie?
So this one is this fucking guy, Jake Horowitz.
Mm-hmm.
He plays Everett Sloan.
Everett Sloan. These are very 50s names.
So
I
yeah,
feel.
again, this movie
Oh, yeah.
is placed in the 50s. One night in New Mexico in the late 1950s, a switchboard operator and a radio DJ discovered a strange audio frequency which could change the future forever.
Shit.
So people in the 50s are experiencing some shit.
They're like, what?
Listen, boys and girls. Tune in.
Uh-huh. And well, they're basically the two people that you spend most of the movie with. There's not a lot of people in this movie.
Mm-mm.
And that's where you see how creative this director was in making this fucking movie. He made it extremely low budget. I believe they say it's that the budget was $700,000, which is not a lot of money. I mean, it's a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money to make a movie. And the quality of the movie, if I had seen that movie without knowing that, I would not have guessed it cost $700,000 to make.
Okay, I can see that.
I would have guessed maybe like
$1 mil, $3 mil.
I would have gotten even more,
Really?
like 10 million. Because even 10 million is a low budget movie. Like that's what they make horror movies out of.
Right.
It's low budget, like low risk, high reward, which is again, in a way, I mean, this is not a horror movie, but this is like a throwback science fiction, Twilight
sci-fi,
Zone kind of
thriller, something suspenseful, fucking whatever.
Aliens. Like
Yes, aliens.
That's
New
a-
Mexico.
that's a good way
It's
to
New Mexico.
their
Yeah,
house.
that's a good way to draw somebody in, right? If you have a little amount of money and you need to tell a story, people will be interested in a story about aliens.
okay, and that's a person that saw the fucking trailer or is like, hey, I have Amazon Prime and I got a notification that said this movie's coming out or whatever. But I had no idea what the fuck this movie was about.
Right.
Oz didn't know what the fuck. I mean,
No fucking.
yeah, you just came through with some fucking light night shit and
Vast of Night.
Vast of Night. This is what we get. But the one thing I did take from this fucking flick is its practicality, because it's all fucking dialogue, all of it.
Well, that's what happens when
A lot of talking.
Yeah,
when you don't got the budget.
Yeah, they don't have the money, right?
So you have to, like, I don't know about you guys, if you guys found this movie boring. And then there is moments in it where I am like, okay, this scene's going on a little bit too long. But I just felt like with the way that they told the story and what they did with the camera, the shots, with the score, like they really
They had a
they
good
did
score.
everything else right. They were like, we just gotta make sure it looks good and it sounds good, and the things that people are saying are interesting.
Right.
And the way they shot it, like just how it, let's getting into it. The way it starts, it's all black, and then you just hear you hear the television turn on.
Right.
Right.
2 TV style, old school style.
Yeah, in the 50s, of course,
Mhm.
right? So imagine what turning a television on in the fucking 50s sounds like. And then, so you hear the sound of the television, and it's still all black, and you get a couple of flashes of color that just kind of come in and out. They don't stay there long, and it's black. And then you see a really nice living room, real humble fucking family living room, and it slowly goes in, and you're hearing the TV on in the background, and it goes onto the TV, and it's like, and then also the score comes in right away, playing that like Indian music that you were a
Right.
big fan of in this whole movie.
Hey, they dropped it in the fucking movie. Subtleties, man. They
Yeah.
spoke on it.
Yeah, it wasn't like, I mean, it was like a modernized Indian thing.
Not only that, but if they're going regionally, New Mexico, the land of enchantment, it's based on Native American history, as you know. So
Yeah.
they were maybe playing tribute, playing true to, I don't know, but
I don't know, but it sounded good.
It
It
was
kind of, I mean, I don't know. Just the music kind of moved the story along too, for me at least. So that music's going on, and then you're zooming in on a TV. You're presumably watching kind of like a Twilight Zone-esque show. And that even shows the title of the movie, like if it's the Twilight Zone, or like you're watching literally like a 50s fucking monster movie or alien movie
right.
or something, where like, you know, the font comes up like in the woo kind of
Right.
way.
And I think, I mean, is that a thing to say, like, hey, you know, you're watching a movie within the movie, so don't take it too seriously. Don't
feel
take
like-
it too to heart.
I feel like it's telling you this is what you're watching an episode of like the Twilight Zone. You're
Okay.
gonna see
A scenario. That,
yeah,
right.
something like that. It kind of sets the tone for not only the time you're in, but the kind of movie you're gonna see. And it's not like it's not silly, which
No.
is the thing about it, because a lot of that shit. I mean, it's not like I've seen a bunch of scary movies from the fucking 50s or anything, but it seems silly, right?
Right. And you know what's crazy right now too? Recently I've been binging on Netflix, not to drop them, but fucking Bates Motel. I just recently finished it, and being that we did a Psycho episode, go back, listen to that one.
Is it tremendous?
Tremendous movie.
Were you satisfied by that television show?
I fucking loved it.
I'm watching it as well. I also started watching it.
Dude, it gets better at the end, which means more production. And dude, the callbacks are fucking fire. They fall in line. They stay true. But the funny thing, how you're saying like this movie was kind of like a modern twist to a old school style alien movie or suspense something,
Mm-hmm.
is that they do incorporate the modern times with that Bates Motel show. So like it's trippy because you're used to this a gritty version, this old school, 1950s, 60s style of
Yeah, very different feel
yeah,
to the world.
to everything.
The way people talk, the way
Mhm.
people dress.
And the way the movie's shot, the
Yeah.
cars they're driving, the shit they're wearing, where this chick is wearing like a 1950s garment and then she's walking into like a Gucci
Yeah.
store. It's like, what the fuck? What's going on here?
Hell
You know
yeah,
what I
hell
mean?
yeah.
But it's fantastic because you get it all around. And now you're seeing people like this guy who are kind of giving us the modern feel to what, like, I guess the new sci-fi,
right.
maybe? I mean, what was the last alien movie that was successful or that came out other than like The Fourth Kind?
The Fourth Kind is
I mean,
your fucking
I'm not saying that it
Wow.
was good, but that came out.
awful fucking movie. I don't know.
Other than like Knowing or something.
I love that movie.
I love it too. But like, you know that was gonna be an alien movie. The Fourth Kind, you were like, oh yeah, it's a fucking full
The
on
Fourth
alien
Kind.
movie.
What alien can you find a list for us, Ozzy?
What do you got on aliens?
But
I'm looking up 2010s. There's nothing. Some Richard Jewell. So that was
aliens.
Pretty foreign. Pretty foreign.
Prometheus.
Okay,
I guess Prometheus is an alien.
but that's like crazy fantasy. You know what I mean?
sci-fi.
Yeah. But it's this seems a little more practical, a little bit. There's a crazy bunch of crazy motherfuckers in New Mexico and Nevada who have seen fucking spaceships and shit, right?
Interstellar. Has that got aliens? I don't know. I'm just looking at the
Technically,
list.
I guess.
Gone. That's way out there. You know what I mean? It's like people here, Americans. Americans seeing lights in the sky.
Yeah, I don't know. There was this shitty movie. Alien movies are typically not good.
That's the thing. This is good.
Yeah, there was this movie called, I think, Dark Skies that came out maybe like 10 years ago.
I mean, they can't all be Independence Day, right?
No,
No,
that's
definitely not. That's the realist.
That's
the-
the high water mark.
That's the pinnacle.
That's
right
the
there.
truest form.
Fuck Alien.
That's not fantasy.
Independence Day is the
That's a
great-
fucking war strategy, bro. That's intergalactic war strategy, bro.
Yeah, it just gave Will Smith his career, so we just need to pay some respect to that. Yeah, but anyway, you get the feeling for the movie. And so you're zooming in on this thing. It kind of shows you that they're watching a science fiction show, and then you literally go into the screen, and it goes from looking like you're watching a television show to all of a sudden you're in the movie.
You're right.
So it's just like basically like kind of being like You're watching
You're
a
now-
television show that
you're
was
now
in this
living it.
living room.
I felt that was the aliens looking at people.
shit.
They were like voyeuristic.
That's MIB. That's MIB right there.
I did think about
Yeah.
that too.
They got to find the lonely people, you know.
It was Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith sitting there
Yeah.
watching it with the fucking little Mexican aliens.
No, that was probably my biggest question of that movie was like, what the fuck's the whole TV thing?
I mean, I think
Has
they were
to do
just
with
trying to
anything?
remind you that it was in the 50s.
Yeah, because it totally, does put you into that, like you are watching an episode of Twilight Zone, but it's like, why are you trying to take your audience out of the immersion of the, like, I'm in the story already.
Yeah.
I believe that I'm in the 50s.
Also, the
motherfucker.
motherfuckers right now, myself included, I'm not crazy deep into the Twilight Zone to make that connection.
Twilight Zone is old. I know
Yeah.
they just like remade it
Right,
recently.
right.
Jordan Peele did, but you have to be like on.
Acid.
So you have
That doesn't hurt. It
it'll
doesn't hurt.
help. It'll
Yeah.
help you.
No, it was like on that, like, I don't know, it's like on that CBS.
Peacock.
Not on Peacock, but something like it. Like the CBS. Like the CBS,
CBS
one.
All Access.
Yeah, so it's just like, dude.
Now
I'm
available,
already
by the way,
subscribed to, like,
$7.99.
I'm already subscribed to
Life
like
of Jim.
4 streaming services.
You gotta be careful.
I'm not gonna subscribe to another one just to watch the new Twilight
You
Zone.
gotta cancel your cable.
Dude, I was
Cancel your cable.
I fucking live with 70-year-old people that depend on cable, right? They will not succumb to the apps.
God damn it.
and it's cable fuck, because of COVID and all that, like I've said, I've watched way more TV this year than I have in so
I'm
long.
fucking
and
happy for you, dude.
No, it is
That's
such
awesome, bro.
bullshit.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you're flipping,
fake
you're
news.
flipping. You're
Sorry,
like,
guys, I
"Bruh,
had to come back. That's fake news.
I just want to watch Inglorious Bastard. You know, it's been on like 4 times, and it's like, oh, Comerica.com or some shit. And I'm like, motherfucker, like, I want to see some Nazis getting fucking their heads smashed in.
Keelan Nats. We gotta do fucking Glorious
coming.
Bastards.
That's
like,
coming.
Fucking good.
like soon.
It's,
Anyway, so you zoom into the television, and then that's where you meet one of our main characters, Everett Sloan, as we've mentioned. And so
I've
right
seen
away,
her in other movies.
so right away, the fucking movie kind of shows you like, okay, it establishes the setting. It lets you also the whole TV thing. It gets called back like 4 or 5 times in the movie. It switches to watching whatever's happening, like if you're watching it through an old TV.
It was those were also
aliens?
like non-dialogue scenes. They were like
Some of them have dialogue.
What?
not
they do, yeah,
the
that's
majority. Like one of them was
It's
just a
give or
girl
take, yeah.
running.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean,
yeah,
with
yeah.
the score, whatever it helped.
Which makes it funny.
Well,
That-
right.
and the angles were like, again, like not normal angles. Like they
No,
were hidden,
super
cameras.
close up to.
These were freaky aliens. Dude. They were into obscure.
Well, I don't think that's
shit
the
like
alien.
that.
Obscure.
I don't think that's
They were
the-
Japanese aliens.
They're really abstract with their angles,
I don't,
man.
I don't think the aliens made the fucking show. I don't.
Maybe, dude.
I think the aliens set down some kind of cameras and shit to watch the people. That's how they know when everybody groups up. And then you got your fucking Faye Crocker all by herself and zap.
Mm-hmm.
And then the baby and Sloan.
Could very well be us. Could very well
Look at
be.
that, I almost made him choke with that realization. I'm like, what?
That was
Goddamn!
too real.
Too real.
It's just. It's,
I have to sleep to that. Let me sleep.
he was
That
trying to.
feels too real.
The director was obviously trying to say something about the voyeuristic nature of modern society.
You're right.
Absolutely.
Of the 19-
Does it make sense now? Does it all make sense?
Absolutely.
Is it now a different
The
film?
next-
Could.
The 1950s were wild, bro.
The guy's like, holy shit, they're out to me.
FBI, we got him.
Yeah, so then right away you got the tone, whatever, and then it's right when you go into the television, you meet the main character, and it goes into a really long shot. He's standing out there smoking, so he's already a gentleman smoker, Buddy Holly looking fuck, you know, in a nice little fucking sweater and slacks, and he's got the glasses, and
He's got the look.
and it follows him into a gym. And so right away, this movie starts, and it's already showing you, like, look, we are going to do stuff with the camera. It's not going to, like, it's very well thought out. It follows him all the way into the gym. He goes through some shenanigans. It kind of lets you know that he's really good with recording and stuff. Like people are asking, like he walks in on it's going to be a basketball game. So there's people recording it for, I don't know, like announcing it or.
Yeah, he's going to be in the studio and there's going to be people streaming it from the gym. So he's making sure he's swinging his big dick, making sure everything's
right.
So people are like, these people are going to record it, but they like are asking him questions about it. So he's obviously like really smart and into like,
which is weird because dude, you always see the AV dudes as the nerds that always get clowned and shit. So it was interesting that everybody seemed to look up to him.
This also
He's hitting
looks
on older
like
chicks.
an extremely small fucking town.
it's very small.
I know.
They were
'cause
all
we get
gossipy
an
as
awesome fucking Evil Dead reference or callback or prediction. I don't know. I mean, this is way before the 1950s. But
It could also be Beetlejuice.
okay. Okay, let's go Beetlejuice then. But it looked
Jump in the
good
line.
because, I mean, I believe half of those fucking landscape scenes were CG, but apparently they weren't. I don't fucking know.
No, I watched an interview with the director, and he said how they essentially got a kid to lay down flat on the bottom of a go-kart, and somebody just drove it.
When they had red cameras.
The red cameras,
They had legit ass equipment.
Mhm.
Right.
And those cameras can be like roughed up and stuff. You know? I'm not saying that they roughed them up, but you could be more.
Well, it's because
you have to be delicate.
the scape changes fucking quick, and seeing it like nothing of a fucking go kart riding around this shit, then it makes sense.
Yeah, and then you could actually even see because it's a long take. It goes. It basically shows you the layout of the town when they do that, and you can see like when the person gets off of the go-kart and walks into the fucking gymnasium. You kind of see the little hop, like where the camera move up and down and stuff.
Right.
Very interesting. I'm telling you, the way this movie was shot was like kind of what keeps you engaged. Because like I said, there's not like you don't see aliens in this movie or anything.
No.
You're seeing it through the perspective of two people and their fucking journey throughout this night.
Right.
And the movie manages, at least to me, to keep me like engaged the whole fucking time.
Again, one of the first questions I asked when the lecturer brought this one to the table, I was like, how long is this fucking movie? How long am I going to have to sit through this fucking voyage here? But at an hour and a half of running time, this movie did not even seem fucking 50 minutes.
Yeah,
because of those fucking scenes. They're long scenes. They have excellent score. You're engaged. It gives you like a suspense feel, like watching the, early Alien shit where you don't Alien. You don't see the fucking alien. You're just scared out of your fucking mind because some shit's going down.
Exactly.
And you have the music and it's carrying you through the ship or whatever. This one's carrying you through a town where these people are fucking disconnected. They're connected by 1/4-inch cable.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. So
that's what it is.
So you meet Everett, and then when he's in the gym, Faye Crocker is there, and she's basically like telling him like, "Hey, like I just got this new recorder. Like, can you like help me with it?" And he's like, "Yeah, for sure. Like, can you do it as we walk? I'm on my way to go record a show or whatever." So then you get introduced to your two main characters, and this is the people that you're going to spend the whole fucking movie with. And what makes the movie so not boring to me is just seeing their reactions to shit that's happening. Like, several times throughout this movie, you hear people say, "There's something in the sky." But you never fucking see that thing in the sky up until, spoilers, the very end of the movie. It's like literally like second to last shot of the movie.
I didn't really see that.
Yeah,
know?
Bono didn't. Bono watched this movie without glasses. Well, he didn't watch it.
I mean, I watched it, but my glasses were off. Yeah, I had no idea till I put my glasses on. And I was like, wait
at the very end. Oh, fuck, is that a ship? Yeah. But Yeah, so you meet them, they walk along. You could tell that she's interested in recording, or maybe she's just got this recording thing to get his attention.
Yeah,
That could be.
again, I was thinking when I saw this, I'm like, okay, this has some real McConaughey, Affleck, Dazed and Confused vibes, where they're like these super seniors who are hitting on the 16-year-old girl.
Right.
And I'm like, well, I mean, it's the 50s. I don't know.
He wasn't really hitting on her as much as she was chasing him
No,
around.
yeah. But he also had that charm.
Yeah.
Where he didn't even have to hit on her. The chick's just gonna throw herself
But
out.
he was charming to like everybody, because when they're testing out her recorder, he's just like, well, let's just walk around and like interview people that are standing outside the basketball game. So they go, and it's a cool little scene. You see how charming this guy is and how basically everyone likes him.
knows him.
Yeah.
Everyone likes him.
Mhm.
He's respected type shit.
He's like subtly being really mean and disrespectful to the girl,
Yeah.
and she's
Just being
just
a gentleman.
and she's just
being a
like,
fucking
yeah, and
gentleman is what it
to him, it's just like he's being this sly, cool fucking cat,
Yeah.
and she's all about it. She's not offended by it. She's chasing him like a fucking dog the whole fucking way, you know?
Not saying women are dogs.
No,
Just saying
no,
that.
I'm just saying that they follow men like dogs. Chasing cars.
Best
You
friends.
see that?
Man's best friend.
Exactly. I think Trump can back me up on this.
I agree. I agree. Women are like dogs, yes. Thank you, Electro.
Thank you. There you have it. Obviously, we're not joking about any of this. The president, the president himself came.
He's
and
on his
chimed
way
in.
out, man. I think he's freaking out.
Yeah.
He agreed to join the show.
And then so they walk along, they test out the thing. They have like a cute little scene. Again, this is all like one take. They're like interview several people. They walk down the street. I just like the whole way this shit is shot. They're like the way that the street lights are lit up in the fucking sky, and the way like this everything.
So look, trip out. The one thing I was thinking as I was seeing the shot when they are interviewing these people, he's basically gonna drop her off at home, and then from there she's gonna go to work or to work so that she could work and he can go do his.
He walks
show.
her to work.
Okay, he's taking this female over there, and there are these glorious wide shots, right? And it's taking you throughout the entire town. How much of that is a practical recorded in time, and how much is dubbed? Because you can't really see them; their back is to you, and it's just this awesome shot. But that's also the creative genius that I'm giving the fucking director to be like, hey, just get these beautiful fucking long shots and then dub in the audio while their reactions.
Who knows? If
It's crazy. If they pull that off in single shot form.
I think that they did. Who knows if they did any ADR to it, but they definitely did their dialogue as they walked along. They weren't just walking around doing nothing.
The girl was like kind of hopping around and you could like hear her breath expand and come in.
She also
and shit.
talks like super fast. She sounds like a fucking chipmunk or something.
Right.
She just does not shut the fuck up.
I mean, I don't know.
She talks fucking fast.
Yeah.
And then outside, what I really like about that scene is she's telling him about stuff she read in science magazines, and she's like telling him about like GPS, but it's not like she doesn't say it. She's just like, yeah, like in the fucking 70s or whatever, they're gonna have the streets all mapped out, and you could just like on your screen it'll tell you where to go.
Yeah.
So, he's just
She's predicting the future.
yeah, and he's just kind of like, what? Where'd you read that, you dummy? And then she also says this cool thing about how she's like, and it also said that like by the 90s, like everybody's gonna be born with a number, and it's gonna be like a phone number, and you're gonna call, and it's like, and if people call you and you don't answer, then they'll know that you're dead. And they'll be like, why? And he's just like, because you don't not have this fucking device with you at all fucking times. And I just thought that was kind of a cool little dialogue that they have while they're showing off their fucking camera fucking tricks.
yeah.
It's also witty dialogue and stuff.
Keeping up with the times. They don't need a microchip as we already got the phones, man.
Mm-hmm.
They already got us.
Exactly. And then so he drops her off, and he's just like, all right, make sure you listen to my show, all right? She walks off, and that's when you find out that she's a switchboard operator. And again, like they got like a real switchboard from the time, and they also got like that whatever the fuck it is for the radio station that Homeboy uses, and it's like all real shit. And they each had to learn how to use them. Like she legitimately learned how to use that switchboard, and it's just crazy because it also shows you how small the town is. That literally one person can work at that place and connect all of the fucking
Everyone.
calls.
She runs all over the place.
Yes.
Yeah,
She
I mean,
doesn't
I'm sure
worry
there's
about
only a few
cars.
100 people there or whatever, but it's pretty awesome to see this chick do all the manual switching and everything.
Yeah.
Which is she's getting the gossip of the town is what
She
she's
knows
doing.
everything.
She's the
Yeah.
fucking gossip highway, bro.
Yeah, they're listening to the show, and she's listening to the show, and then she hears a weird sound coming through the fucking whatever, right? And then a lady calls her, and she's like freaking out and saying that there's something in the sky, and then she hangs up, like she gets cut off. And then she calls somebody else, and she's just like, "Hey, this lady was calling me, and I just wanted to she wanted to talk to like the sheriff or the cops or whatever." And she was like, "Isn't he supposed to be over here?" And she's like, "No, she's supposed to be over here." So you could tell that she like knows where like everybody's supposed to be. Like, isn't this person babysitting this person and shit? Like, she knows all
She
the
immediately
fucking
was like, "Oh hell no, dude! She's sucking this dick on Tuesday night. We all know that."
yeah. So they're
She's with
talking.
Father Peterson.
So they're talking about like she wants the cops there, and then when she tells them what the cops are doing, she's like, "What happened?" And she's like, she just wants to know everything that's happened. She like knows everybody's goddamn secrets, and that whole scene is also an uninterrupted 9-minute scene of her like talking to several people.
Right.
Or whatever. So it's just like she had to memorize all that and have it all down and perform it all well. 9 minutes uninterrupted. And it was actually an 11-minute scene that they cut 2 minutes out of it. So that's super fucking impressive.
It's impressive, man. And again, when you're watching it, you're engaged and it flies, but it's fucking 9 minutes of this chick talking.
But they find visual ways to kind of keep you interested too. First of all, she's cute.
Right.
Also, she has these really weird glasses that you're just like, I don't know. I like
They're dude, they're alien eyes.
yeah, but you
bro.
focus in the movie makes you focus on shit visually that kind of keeps you like into it. I don't know.
You know what it was towards the end, and not to spoil the thing or anything, but as far as the cutscenes, I feel like they rushed the last third of the movie.
Yeah, it kind of just ends.
Yeah, they just rushed it with a shit ton of cutscenes. I guess to kind of compensate for the extremely long fucking.
Well, that's kind of when it gets to that point, I feel like that's their way of like showing like urgency or like the crazy shit that's happening.
Right.
Because so far you've been seeing nothing but really long scenes where everybody thinks everything's okay, but the moment shit starts going crazy, then the shots are coming in and out, and there's a lot of shots of just like black screen. All you're hearing is the dialogue and people freaking out, and then it'll show you a glimpse of what's happening and you're seeing them freaking out, and it'll cut again.
Right.
I don't know. I felt like that's what was happening with those scenes or whatever.
They do an excellent way to kind of bring the old technology to understand everything, and how they make it practical by doing the what Oz mentioned was like journalism at the time. You know, they're like, hey, what happened here? And who did that? Who saw that? And what does he do? And he's fucking all this shit. And they all kind of know each other, you know?
Yeah.
So they could isolate what the fuck the situation is right away.
Yeah, and well, your main character is also a DJ. So he's just like, he just interviews. His whole fucking, the way he talks is about interviewing and finding things out and stuff.
Right. So the cool thing there is that homegirl, she pairs up with this guy, and she gets some interference on her switchboard, and she hears the sound, and then she knows that this guy's doing this radio show that he televises, and she can control the patching, and so she puts it on this show, and it really reminded me of I-84. I'm not gonna lie,
A little bit.
they
Yeah.
stole it a little bit. I'm kind of upset.
Yeah, because they hear
What you-
they hear them before they see
What
them.
you say?
right?
The fucking guy said. What was it?
It's a message from another world. It's like a fucking geeky fucking guy.
Nerd.
Whatever. Virgin. He was a virgin. Like, oh my God, we're getting a message from another world. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. So anyway, she shares the sound with him, and he's just like looking to make it a good show. So he plays it on the air, and he tells people to call in if they know what it is.
Right.
And so somebody calls in, and he says his name's Billy, and he's like this military. He says he worked for the military, and he kind of gives you this whole fucking story about how pretty much he got hired, and they were like watching this facility that was housing a giant unidentified object, you know? And then
It wasn't flying though. So
No.
it was just a UO.
it was an enormous unknown object. It was even, they're not even using like the
UFO.
the terminology,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, it doesn't even exist or
Right.
whatever. He was just saying like, yeah, this giant thing. And then, so basically the guy says like, I heard that sound while we were there. And he also like, the homeboy asked him like, why are you telling us all this? And he's like, I guess I'm telling you this because I'm fucking dying. And I got sick because of working there, like whatever the hell we were doing there got us sick.
Yeah.
And then it turns out, like, I don't know, they bring up the fact that he's black. And then, like, he's like, oh, like, we've never had, like, a black person be on the radio here
Immediately
before.
he's like, "What's up?" It's like, wow.
Hey, dog.
Yeah.
What's up, brother?
And then so the guy's just like, yeah, the only people that worked there were either black or Mexican. And
The
then-
Rasta, baby.
Yeah, and the guy asked him like, do you think they did it on purpose? He's like, I fucking know they did it on purpose because we're the only ones that they wouldn't believe that we told them what we're fucking telling
Yeah.
them, you know.
Right. If we were to whistle blow, no one's gonna
Yeah.
believe us
But
because we're a minority.
yeah, anyway, so at this point, Emmett's just like, I need proof. Like, you're just this dude that's saying shit on the radio and you won't give us your number. and
Guy has
stuff.
integrity, baby.
Yeah, so
Right.
he's just like, I need you to give me something. And he tells him that there's a tape somewhere that one of his buddies had that was there with him, that
In Cayuga.
he had a fucking tape. And it like those such a small town again that Faye knows that guy died. And he's like, oh, so I guess the tape's gone. He's like, no, she donated everything to the library. Everything's at the fucking library right now.
And it
then-
hasn't even been checked in
I
yet.
know because I check shit in, and she's the nerd librarian.
Yeah, so she's just like, I'm gonna fucking go. She's like, I know how to get into the library, dude. Don't even fucking trip. And he's just like, are you down? And she's just like, yep. He's like, okay. So she just starts running,
Felony.
and that's when you get one of those
Long shots.
one of those shots of it showing the television when she just starts fucking running.
But she's crossing the entire fucking town. Just
Yeah.
like the earlier shot that you get in full screen motion.
Yeah, so she runs. She breaks into a house, steals a key, steals a bike, goes to the fucking library, steals the tapes, and then Everett meets her up, and he's in a car, and she's like, "Did you steal a car?" And he's just like, "I borrowed it," you know, like from some guy I didn't know he borrowed it. So like,
She's like, I stole a bike.
and she's like, "I stole a bicycle." Yeah, so then they get back to the station, and they have all these tapes, and I really like the scene where he's playing the tapes back because it literally shows him put the tape
Yeah.
on there, and you could tell that he
Right.
knows how to
Practiced that.
work
Yeah,
it,
he
and he's doing it
practiced
like
it.
really fast.
Because it's
too.
old reel to reel thing,
Right.
so he
Mhm.
can't just hit play on that MP3.
No.
Yeah, and he does it really fast. He only listens to like a couple of seconds of each tape and then switches them. So it makes it that much more authentic. Where you're like, this guy knows his fucking shit,
Right.
you know.
Right.
And then he finally finds the film that has that sound, and he plays it over the fucking thing, and then as soon as they play it, like the fucking all the power goes out in the fucking station, and then the fucking Faye starts freaking out. She's like, "Are you fucking with me? Like, is this a practical joke?" And he's just like, "No, god damn it, Jesus Christ, Faye!"
Right? There's no Google Home right now. I can't fucking just control the lights like this.
So they like run outside, and she's like, "All the lights are still working. Everybody else, Effie, what the hell?" And then they
don't sound like Southern.
They sound Southern
jokels or whatever.
They're
They
like,
have an accent.
Wait 1 minute there, Faye, huh?
They have an accent. but
Yeah,
it's
not that
like
bad,
that.
but I like to do this accent. That's all I got. And then so,
That is a good accent, Electro.
thank you, President. See, President approved.
I like them.
Thank you. And so Faye, that's when they realize, like, oh fuck, the phones, because Faye's the only person that's there.
She's connecting
to
everyone.
connect the phone calls. So she's like, shit, the phones. How about we go check them phone lines? And then she starts running, and Emmett's like, oh damn it, we got a car. Like, you don't gotta run. So he like meets her up, picks her up. They get there. There's like everybody's fucking calling. She's putting everybody through, and then she like already when she's dealt with all the calls, she tells Emmett, like, dude, people are saying that there's something in the fucking sky and shit. And then when that happens, they go outside, and then just a random car shows up with a couple, and then they're just like, dude, there's something in the sky.
Did you see that?
Yeah, they're like, we've been following it for like who knows fucking how long and all this shit.
Adventurous ass couple, dude.
Yeah, for
That's awesome.
real.
That is awesome, bro.
But that's also like a great fucking scene because there's so much going on. Like, there's 4 of them, and like 2 of them are having one conversation, and 2 of them are having another conversation. The fucking score is already like got you jolted. Like, as soon as the lights go out and they run outside and she starts running, the score has like this string score, like this violin shit that
War
really
of the World
yeah,
style, real
like
fucking-
Insidious, even kind of that kind of not as intense,
No,
but it kind of just like, even though not much is happening, you're like, fuck, like something's going down. There's aliens. Yeah, so while that happens, they get another phone call, and it's an old lady who's just like, dude, I can tell you everything you need to know. You just gotta come over here. And then it's like, lady, there's something in the sky. Like, you want me to fucking come over right now? And she's like, dude, if you want to hear what I gotta say, you better get your fucking ass over here. And he's just like, all right, I'm gonna go to this old lady's house. And they're like, well, we're just gonna keep looking for that thing in the sky. And they're like, all right, well, hopefully we'll fucking run into each other later. And they go their separate fucking ways. And they go talk to this lady who's got, this is the one part of the movie, like when Billy's telling his story, it kind of drags, but the old lady's story, to me, I was like, fuck, this shit doesn't stop. Like, it
Kept going.
It's a long story.
right?
What she says is interesting, but it's a really long fucking way to tell it.
Yeah, and I guess the beauty of it too is that, like, he being the journalist, the professional, he's like, lady, I don't give a fuck what you just said. Like, I need to leave.
Yeah.
There's something in the fucking sky, lady.
Yeah, he's
I'm out of here.
Yeah, well, he's all like, you said you could answer what I wanted to know. And then so she tells this story about like this lady that she knew that fucking like spoke like in tongues and shit. And then she stole a horse and ran off. And then she talks about how years later, her 10-month-old baby started speaking the same tongue that she heard that day. And then, like, eventually that son of hers that would keep doing these chants or whatever got abducted. So she basically called them there to be like, hey, it's aliens and they abduct people. And she kind of lays out the rules. She's like, I think that they focus, like when people are gathered somewhere in one place, they take the people that are kind of off on the side.
Mm-hmm.
You know, while everybody's paying attention over here, they take
Fuck with the loners.
the stragglers.
Yeah.
So she
The
kind
free
of
No one will
thinkers.
forget them. No one.
So
will.
she tells him that whole like thing. She also tells him that she thinks that the aliens hypnotize people. They could sometimes get them to do things or fucking will abduct them.
To look up.
Mm-hmm. And then, so then she tells that whole fucking story, and she's all like, "And have you ever even heard of the fucking sound that we talked about?" And she was like, "Nope. I just know that this has something to do with it." And that's when he's just like,
I'm
All
out
right.
of here. Fuck
Wasting my
you.
"Thank you
Fucking
for wasting
time.
my time." And then he stands up, like ready to leave, like, "You bitch! I just sat there and listened for 9
You
minutes."
senile fucking.
And then she writes something down on a piece of paper and she hands it to him. She's just like, "Here, take this." And he's just like, "What the fuck is that?" And she's just like, "Just say it whenever you run into somebody tonight or wherever you see something weird, like just say this." And I love that scene. I love that shot. He like looks at it for a second and then he just turns around and walks off like a fucking boss.
You crazy bitch.
Yeah.
Nope, you crazy.
Yeah. And I was always like, dude, what if he had taken it? What if it would have fucking helped?
Right.
You know?
Because, okay, so when they're going to meet with her and she's in her room, she's the one chanting the
Yeah.
shit as if she knows that they're around. She wants to get abducted. She wants to be a part of the thing. So right before
She wants to see her son again.
Exactly. So right before she hands him this fucking passage or whatever thing this shit is, she's like, "Take me to him. I need to go to the ship. I need to see my kid again because he was abducted," for saying these fucking things. So basically, like, she just basically wants this dude to get abducted. Like, to make sure that, hey, I'm not just a crazy bitch. But you are.
Yeah, so they leave that place and Faye, for some reason, ends up going back to her house because she's worried about her baby sister.
Yeah, they left the child
Like,
there.
she left her with her
It's the
cousin.
50s.
She left her with her cousin, and then she went to her house and her cousin wasn't there anymore, so she took her. Fucking infant, I don't know, maybe fucking 2 years old.
Two. That shit looked like it was a
One.
6-year-old child, bro. That shit was bigger than
It
her.
couldn't speak.
A ginormous baby.
Yeah, but she's also a very petite woman.
Also, this is New Mexico. Radiation,
That's right.
China, atom bombs and shit like that.
That's right. So they get she gets the baby. So now she has a fucking baby with her, and then they run into the to the couple from before with the car, and they're like, we've heard that it's over here. Like, get in, and they get in, and he mentions to them about the tape. About the chant, and so he rewinds the tape and plays the chant, and when he plays the chant, the people get hypnotized and they're like legit looking up at the sky and they almost get into a car accident. And that's where you get that scene with all the cuts. Because you don't know what's going to happen. You're like, fuck, don't end it like that fucking shitty devil movie where at the end it's a car accident.
Log on to www.
Yeah, that fucking piece of shit.
Oh,
Fuck you guys.
man.
Fuck whoever made that movie. You're an
I
asshole.
remember that.
You're a fucking asshole. You go through all this shit. And then there's a car accident, and it's like, if you want to know the rest of the story, go to this website. You're like, you piece of shit.
Wow.
I already paid to come here. You're going to make me go to a free website? And then it's just like fucking advertisement for the movie. I already saw the movie,
You're right.
you piece of shit. You don't need to keep advertising it.
Motherfucker.
Sorry. It's called The Devil Inside, I think. Terrible, fucking awful fucking bill. Spoilers. So, yeah, you think it's going to head towards that. They're just going to crash and die or something. But they end up getting him out of the trance. Faye just fucking takes off running into the fucking woods because she's freaking out that she and her little sister almost died. And, well, obviously Emmett follows her into the woods. And they are just not heeding these old ladies' warning. She's just basically telling them they like to take people that are isolated and they run into the woods completely alone.
Right.
And she's like all fucking crying, and then where she stopped to cry, Emmett notices that like the ground is burnt. There's like burnt twigs. And he looks up and sees like a big ass hole in a tree, like the branches and shit. There's like a perfect fucking hole. And then so Faye's like freaking out the whole time. She had like already knows, like, wow, what the fuck? Like, this is bad. But Emmett's like the fucking curious one over. He's over here, like, He's basically the whole reason why they're running around and shit. Homegirl just wants to get some dick, right?
Yeah, 1950s dick.
She just wanted some of that Buddy Holly, those gray balls of fire. You know what I'm saying?
Well, she got it.
She didn't. That's the sad thing.
No, I'm saying from the fucking
Oh, okay.
from the propulsion devices. Fucking that shit was burning the ground. It burned a hole through trees,
That's
motherfucker.
true. That's
Hey,
true.
you think it floating over them is it gonna fuck them up? Get out.
Well,
of here.
no. So the movie basically comes to an end, and they're in this field, and they see lights up on the distance. You see a little flying saucer, and then they look up above them, and there's just a giant fucking mothership. And I love the way the fucking ship looks. Like, it's old school.
It looked cool, but I couldn't see what I was.
You didn't put your glasses on for that either?
No.
It's cool
God
looking
damn it.
for sure.
Yeah, I really love the way that the ship looked. That you could tell that a big chunk of money went into making that
That's the
fucking scene.
700.
Yeah, that's how you make the movie. You're like, you know what? We're just gonna do really cool shots and use the money where it fucking counts.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
And so, yeah, the ship's over them. Essentially, it sucks them up, which is fucking awful because she picked up her fucking baby sister, right? It would be one thing if these two idiots just get abducted, but the fucking baby goes along with them.
First of all, they left the baby there, so clearly they didn't.
The
care.
babysitter was on the roof.
Yeah, she was chilling.
She was like, the boyfriend came over, had to give him a handy on the roof. There's aliens, by the way.
That's
aliens
the way to
in.
do it. You're never gonna find
She was
any
like,
evidence up
well,
there.
I got her.
Wow.
And
Innovative.
fucking kids. Again, at least the kids got a fucking little other kid to fucking
And
play
again,
around
yeah,
with.
I don't know if they're fucking lifted into the space.
Yes,
shit.
they're gone.
It could
Yeah,
be
it
dead.
could have been evaporated, bro. Again,
No, they're getting abducted, dude.
Bob
That's what that old
Lazar.
lady thinks.
Bob Lazar said there was some crazy stuff going on, man. The
I don't
ground was
know.
burnt.
I don't
I think
know.
they're dead.
No.
I think they're dead.
No,
They died
I
at
mean
the end of
that's best case scenario, because if not, they just got taken into space, and who knows what the fuck's gonna happen up there.
Yeah.
And the thing is that you
Like, but see, we always go negative.
what the fuck do you mean? There's no positive about being abducted. I don't
You're
think.
traveling through the fucking universe, bro.
Maybe.
What? Hell yeah. Earth
Okay.
ain't that great, man.
Nope.
Okay, I mean you're.
Anti-Earth.
Well, now you're
Oz.
being overly optimistic here that these aliens
Well,
are just gonna
hey,
be like,
look,
well,
it's-
we made sure to take you with like a cute chick so you can fuck her up here.
At the very least, they can fly through the universe.
Yeah.
That's fucking
You'll
cool.
get the sights.
I could jack
first.
off.
They'll give you the sight. This is the Milky Way right here.
yeah,
This is Andromeda Galaxy. That's the
That'd be
sun.
dope.
pretty cool, huh?
We're gonna get pretty close to the sun. All right, put on your shade.
Who's like the Mexicans of the universe? Like, take me to that planet. I bet it's badass. It's got
Vámonos.
great food.
Oh man.
But
Yeah, but so yeah, they presumably get abducted. You see like a kind of like a little tornado wind around them. They like, and that's another thing. They're like fully embracing the abduction. They make no attempt to run away or anything. He just hugs her and gets abducted
I'll tell you this, man.
with the baby.
It's good, but it's not knowing ending good.
It's kind of a little bit. I mean, no,
They took a little bit. They took a page or two from the Cage fucking blockbuster.
Well, let's not
there.
spoil knowing for these people.
Mild. That's a mild spoiler right there. Sorry, guys, but
Yeah,
it's
but
a good fucking.
I actually
movie.
really like also after that, after they get abducted, they kind of show everybody coming out of the basketball game, and also the score they have on there too is kind of like somber,
Right.
kind of fantastical too, because
See, that's what I'm saying. The
the-
optimism, right? It's lively.
it's not like when they're getting abducted. It's like fantastic. It's like a Steven Spielberg movie when you see E.T.'s fucking spaceship. You know, it's not like scary music like you guys are fucked.
No.
Yeah, it's like fantastical shit. And then you see everybody coming out of the game, and then it shows all the places that they were. It shows the abandoned stolen car. It shows the place where the chick worked, and then it shows the radio station they still had the lights off, and then the lights come on. Like, yeah, they disappeared out of nowhere. You know,
Next DJ.
Yeah. He left.
and then finally it shows their footprints, and it leads up to the tape recorder because they were recording everything the whole time, and then that's it. It's like just the tape recorder was left there, which is also like a little callback to the old lady talking about how her son got abducted, because they were like, "How'd you know he got abducted?" And she said that like the footprints just got to a certain place and then just stopped. Like poof, he was
gone.
taken.
Kaiser Sose.
Yeah, but anyway, I mean, I think we've gone on way too long. That wraps this one up. I think it's I really like this movie. Like, it's a fucking great first fucking film, and I think it looks fucking. It's a beautiful movie to look at, and I don't know. I just really liked it.
What did you give it out of 10? Where you at?
I'd have to go kind of high, man. I was very impressed by this movie.
High?
Yeah.
Again, this is an Amazon Prime movie over here.
Yeah, Amazon didn't make it.
No, I know, but it's on Amazon right now.
Yes. I would give it like a solid 8.
Okay. I was going to say 8 myself.
Yeah, that's high.
I thought you were going to go 9 and shit. I'm like, this was fucking wild.
No, 8 is high, dude.
Okay. Oz?
They're like 7.5.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's good.
Well, right on.
Yeah, I mean, IMDb disagrees. IMDb has it at a 6.7. I think it has a pretty good Rotten Tomatoes scores, though. I haven't looked it up, but I want to say it's in the 80s or 90s. Great movie. Highly recommended. It's on Amazon Prime right now. If you have Amazon Prime, I think this is watch it. It's a great movie to watch.
Yeah, why not? You're watching a bunch of shit anyway, so go ahead.
I would
watch something good.
Highly recommend it. Anyways, thank you for listening. Make sure to follow us again on all of the social media, the Electro and Bono Movie Power Hour, on all the stuff.
Excuse me, Electro. I follow you guys on Instagram.
Thank you.
Okay.
And everybody, can you tell the people, can you give an executive order to the
Please
citizens?
subscribe to the Electro and Bono Movie Power Hour.
There you go.
You could find them on Libsyn.com. You could also find them. Just Google them. Thank you, Salad Bites Media. Osvaldo, tremendous guy. Tremendous. We were listening to the SUP, Ivanka and I. It was a good one. It was a good one. Tune in.
All right. Well, we can't end it.
Thank you, guys.
We can't end it any better than that. Signing off right there. POTUS.
The Electro and Bono Movie Power